Patriots beat the Dolphins 33-27 yesterday in Miami. First win of the year. First win for Mike Vrabel in New England. First win in Miami since 2019. Drake Maye really good. Only 4 incompletions. 19 out of 23, 230. Couple of darts, Keefe.
Darts and scampers.
One scamper from 6 yards out. He had 10 carries for 31 yards. I know a lot of people don't want to see him run. I think those people are wrong.
Yeah, they clearly are.
And I think yesterday is an example
of that. It's the most comfortable he's looked. And part of it was I think he knew he could scoot a little bit. And I think some people that don't want him to run, I don't know if they're envisioning something that no one's really asking, like, hey, tuck the ball and like smash mouth football, or like, no. Just when it's there, take it. Take the extra yards. Don't just like lay down and try to live for another play.
And
like,
he's clearly athletic enough to do it.
He absolutely
like, clearly
is. Yeah, he definitely is. But I also think his confidence goes up. Like, I think he feels better doing it that way. I think a lot of, the success he had in North Carolina was being kind of more of like that dual threat type of quarterback. And he's just probably more in, I don't know, he felt like a much different quarterback week to week. And part of it was how he was using his legs.
I heard Phil Perry after the game on NBC Sports Boston, and I thought he had a good observation about a comment that May made after the game. He's like, Miami was in a ton of zone coverage. The reason they're in zone defense is because of the threat with his legs. They don't want to turn their backs.
Right.
They don't want to let Drake Maye run while they have their backs turned to the line of scrimmage, and he's picking up easy chunk yardage. His running changes the way the Patriots are defended. And I think that makes a massive difference. He's a guy you have to account for as opposed to just a dead duck back there. It makes the offense more dynamic. Right. I think you saw it on the play to Ramondre. The threat of him running and rolling out to his right and hucking it downfield and going through his progressions, that's Drake Maye when he's at his best. I think that's the best singular play he's made in a Patriots uniform, and you said it's the best game he's played.
Yeah, definitely the best game he's played. And even if you don't like the quarterback rating number, his quarterback rating was almost 30 points higher than his best game from a year ago. So just like another metric to sort of prove to you like just how good he was. Only 4 incompletions on 23 passes, so he was incredibly efficient, 3 turnovers. And with him, maybe the most important thing, no turnovers, no fumble. Didn't throw that pick, late in the game or anything like that. He was excellent. And real quick, because you mentioned it, the play to Ramondre Stevenson. How about that catch, too?
Incredible catch. Incredible hands catch for anyone, never mind a running back.
No, and a big running back. They were talking about on the broadcast, like, that's a big running back going down the field, extending his hands, 55-yard gain, and holding on to the ball because you have all these defenders coming, throwing their arms in there at the end. We know Ramondre's dropped the ball in the past, so he also, I'm not going to go as far as say it was his best game, but he had a great game, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's had games in the past where he's like ran all over teams, but like this was great to see. I did not expect whatever it was, 88 yards receiving from Ramondre Stevenson. In fact, he'd be the third back out of 3 that you'd expect to have that kind of receiving game, but he was excellent.
Football Talk on WEEI presented by Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone back in the original hit series Tulsa King. Keefe.
Oh!
This season, Dwight is facing his most dangerous adversaries yet, which is saying something, forcing him to fight for everything he's built to protect his empire. You can stream the new season of Tulsa King Sunday, September 21st, so this Sunday exclusively on Paramount Plus. Check it out there. We asked the question, has Drake Maye turned a corner? And I saw Twitch chat right when we asked the question. They're like, boy, we've gone from is his plate too full to has he turned a corner really fast? Well, yeah. I mean, he looked like garbage week 1. He looked great last week. So, yeah, I mean, yes, we did pivot quickly. Yeah. We're giving him credit for how he played this week and criticizing him for how he played last week. I do think McDaniels changed some things, so I think there's more to, did they overload him week 1? Did they let him be himself week 1? I definitely still think there's something to that narrative, and I think they switched it. Do you think he turned a corner yesterday?
He definitely looked a lot more comfortable. I do think that the team helped him out a great deal, and whether you want to credit McDaniels or Ramondre Stevenson or the offensive line, because they were able to run the ball effectively and then play from in front, I'm not taking credit away from Drake Maye, but I'm just saying, like, that is the script for any quarterback to have a successful day, right? Like, he had the lead most of the time that he had the ball. Like, that's pretty good. And they were able to gain, what they gained per carry in the game? It was something like
4-2.
Yeah, so like you'll take that, right? Because that certainly wasn't what it was the week before. Ramondre was almost at 5 yards a carry. Gibson was over 5. Right, it was some of Drake Maye's runs that actually brought the team total
that's
down.
True. Drake was 10 for 31. So, yeah, he brought the average down for sure, yeah.
Well, it was those kneels at the end.
Well, good point.
Oh, there's also that. So, but I also think, he was incredibly confident. And so to get a game like that under your belt, to go into Miami, where even Tom Brady struggled in Miami, and to get a win, that obviously has to help. But now we just need to see it snowball. And, does he have more game? Now, he's not going to play every game like that. But now that he has that one under his belt, what are the chances it can lead to another one and another one?
Drake Maye, after the game, talked about Mike Vrabel getting his first victory for the Patriots. Here's what he had to say about his head coach.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just rallying around Coach, how much he cares about us, how much of a player's coach he is. I took that football, the one I need there, and gave it right to, Stick, our equipment guy, and let Coach get that ball. So that means a lot, and I think it meant a lot to him. So, it took everybody, but, obviously he's leading the charge, and that meant something special.
They have Stick.
He gave it to Stick.
They have Stretch.
Yeah.
They have the Milkman.
It's hard to keep track.
It's hard to keep track of all the nicknames. That is true. If you want to read into anything, and I think you have a take on Vrabel and how he's kind of handling some of these personalities on the team. Vrabel handed out game balls after the game. Maye didn't get one. Borgalis got one.
Shouldn't have.
The Milkman got one.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Marte Mapu got one. Gibson and Ramondre Stevenson got him. Maye didn't. Is there anything to read into there where it's like, hey, man, this is what we expect out of you?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, and I think, every good coach can't coach every single player the same. I think you have to know which guys need to be built up a little bit more, which guys need the motivation, all that. And for somebody that has just plopped in, has known these guys less than a year, you got to kind of figure that out on the fly. Because I don't think it's, shocking that he was talking up Andy Borgalis after 2 missed extra points, which I'd forget it. Find somebody else. I'd be done with him. But he's not, and at least for time being, he's going to talk the guy up. Also, Will Campbell, he's like, oh, no, he didn't. He just pointed. He didn't false start. No, he did false start.
But he absolutely thought he false started.
I was like, I don't know. Am I looking at the wrong thing? He did. But he feels like, hey, I'm going to talk up these rookies, right? Maybe they're 2 weeks in. Their head's probably swimming with what it takes to be in the NFL, and he's at least letting those guys know that they have the confidence in the head coach, and now you got to get the results now going forward, but that's how he feels like he has to coach them. And then I guess conversely, too, Drake Maye has his best game of his career, but apparently doesn't get a game ball. Okay. Right,
so, that's coaching, right? So if Vrabel's doing that intentionally, and my guess is he is, he's coddling Borgalis, he's coddling Will Campbell, and then he's telling Drake, well, yeah, this is what 230 and 2 touchdowns? Yeah, I expect that out of you.
That's a day at the office.
Mac Jones had better numbers yesterday, for God's sake.
Mac Jones was having a ball game.
Look, not that I'd take Mac Jones over Drake.
No,
I wouldn't.
No.
But, yeah, we expect that out of you every single week. And so making him earn a little more, if that's Vrabel by design, that's coaching. And when we talk about building culture and the changes from a year ago, I think that's the kind of stuff that I believe in Vrabel for. Text line, you knew we were going to get some of these.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if it's directed in the right place.
It is not, but read it.
617-779-7937. So last week, WEEI hosts and fans said they would rather have McCarthy than Maye. Is it the same now? LOL.
I don't like McCarthy. I've never liked McCarthy. I didn't like him in Michigan. I didn't like him in the draft. I said he's the 6th of the 6 quarterbacks in the first round. So maybe some hosts said that, but you and I did not.
No, we did not. Now, I think we gave McCarthy credit for the way he played in the fourth quarter.
He had a good fourth quarter, but I still would have taken Maye.
We pointed out he had done something that Drake Maye had never done, which was a fourth quarter comeback. So I think we pointed all of that out.
Yeah.
But I don't think either of us ever said we'd take Maye over McCarthy. That was our guest tomorrow, Tommy Tuesday at High Noon, who clearly said that.
Right. Yeah, he did. And maybe
we didn't say that.
No, we did not. Although I'll tell you this was a big blow to the Caleb Williams greater than Drake Maye weeks.
You get Drake Maye or you get J.J. McCarthy. Who are you taking?
I would still take J.J. McCarthy.
All right.
You're saying it.
That's a guess. No, but for me,
him.
let's put that to the side because I don't like J.J. McCarthy. But Caleb Williams, he was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
He was bad again. And I know you know that.
No, I mean,
I'm just saying,
he's been terrible. Yeah.
It's hard. Okay, but just yesterday, that was not a good day for him or anybody that thought he was better than Maye. Maye was far and away better yesterday.
Maye had a great day.
Yeah.
And so, I said earlier it was the best individual play he's made. Some pushback on, didn't he make a great play against Tennessee to tie the game? Sure.
Yes.
That was also backyard, pull it out of your backs. Incredible play.
No, this was the best start to finish game.
Well, best game. Yeah. And that throw to Ramondre, where, again, he had to go through the progressions and find him out there, and it was a great catch by Ramondre. I thought that was a great play by Drake in a Patriots win yesterday, 33-27 over the Miami Dolphins. The Patriots Monday. We'll talk to you all day long on the phones, but we're joined right now by Patriots tight end Hunter Henry. He's brought to you by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's top provider of drain and sewer cleaning and repair, by Shaw's and Star Market. You can look for the new lower prices everyday tags through the store and save on the items that you buy most, and by Verizon, the New England Patriots powered by Verizon 5G. Hunter Henry, how we doing this week?
Good, guys.
We know you could take losses pretty hard. How's it feel to get not only the team's first win of the year, Mike Vrabel's first win with this franchise, and also the team's first win in Miami since 2019?
Yeah, it feels great. It's hard to win in this league. Obviously, it's hard to win down. It's been hard to win down there in Miami for us, so it feels great.
What do you think of Drake Maye's performance? Jones and I were just saying we think it's the best he's ever looked in the NFL.
He played great, man. Guy's a stud, man. He's a special talent. We love being in the huddle with him, love competing with him. So, it was fun to be able to fly around with him yesterday.
I heard a little snicker in there, so I assume I know where this is going. But lots of debate last week about Drake Maye and his plate. Is there too much on his plate? We certainly dabbled in it here on this show. So any thoughts on those criticisms of Drake Maye being overwhelmed?
I got no doubt in Drake at all, man. I'll let you guys try to debate on all those things, man, but we got no doubt in this locker room for sure.
What's the feeling like for the offense after a long scoring drive that ends in a touchdown, but then you see the extra point is missed?
Just move on. Next play. It is what it is, and obviously we know we're going to execute those, but you just got to move on and get ready for the next drive.
Similar question, the highs and lows on the sideline when you see the Dolphins bring back a punt return, then Gibson answers with a kickoff return. What's that high and low like on the sideline?
Yeah, that was one of the more crazy things I've witnessed in football. That's just resilience, man, response, just continuing to play, continuing to fight, and then AG obviously making, a lot of guys making some big time blocks on that, but also AG making a big time play in a big time spot.
You see Vrabel motoring up the sideline. Have you seen any of the highlights or images of that? He was cooking.
I did see that a little bit. Yeah, he was moving down the sideline.
What was halftime like for you guys? Because it felt like you were dominating the game, and yet you were only up by 1 point on the scoreboard.
That's the NFL, man. That's part of it. These teams, every team's good, especially the Dolphins. They're at home, man, the home opener. We knew it was going to be a dogfight, so we were ready for it, ready for the challenge, and we, just had to respond.
Okay, you guys won last week. So you're 1-0 with the Hunter Henry surprise question of the week. We're bringing it back. Let's hit it.
It's time for the Hunter Henry surprise.
Henry, touchdown. Whoa.
Surprise, Sydney.
Hey, surprise.
Surprise,
Surprise.
We wasted the good surprise on you.
Y'all digging for the surprising today, huh?
Question of the week.
All right, Hunter, on a scale of 1 to 85, 85 being the most surprised ever, 1 being not surprised at all, how surprised were you when Destiny's Child broke up?
Good Lord, I was young, man. I was so young when that happened.
1 to 85?
1 to 85. Let's go 45.
I was surprised.
And that was the Hunter Henry surprise question of the week.
Wow, more surprised than the ending of The Sixth Sense.
It is. It's interesting. We're trying to figure out the scale here.
Right, well, we're gonna keep track of these all year long, Hunter. We appreciate the time joining us every Patriots Monday. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, fellas. See you, man.
All right, Hunter Henry here on Jones and Keefe every Monday on WE. Yeah, 45.
See, I feel
was
Was that a chuckle? Or a sarcastic chuckle?
Maybe.
No.
No,
that was Keefe. We're funny guys. That was real. That was a real laugh. That was real humor, I think.
That could be like our segment. Was it a compliment? Was it a genuine laugh? So I would say, yeah, he was probably pretty young when that happened.
Knew Beyonce was going places, but to actually see it, that they broke up,
jarring.
it was jarring.
And Kelly Rowland's pretty surprised.
I'd
tell you what.
Oh, Michelle Williams
pretty
was
surprised.
Calling up her agent.
Yeah, but wasn't Beyonce's mom in charge of the whole thing? So you kind of had a feeling where this thing was headed.
That sounds right.
She was the breakout star.
All right, so he was more surprised at that than the ending of The Sixth Sense.
Correct.
Well,
tune in next week to find out
that's
what
why
else.
we ask. Look, you don't know these answers until you ask the question.